What's up, everybody? It is 5:30 in the morning right now, and I am out here checking my trail cameras because it is going to be so flippin' hot today. It's 50 degrees right now, which is fantastic. You can kind of see that fog. That's pretty sweet. Got the sun just rising over here, so I ain't lying. All right, so today, 5 tips on how to hang your cameras on public land to be more successful. And it's a lot like private land, but you have the added variability of theft all the time. You're always kind of, is my camera gonna get stolen or not? So these 5 tips will help you kind of determine or kind of help you with theft, as well as hanging them and trying to help you be more successful. The first 2 may seem pretty obvious, but at the same time, I see them every single year, so I feel like I have to say them. All right, 1, get your cameras off the main drag. If this is the main trail right here, or this is the main trail right here that the DNR cuts, like, don't drop your camera like right where the public land sign is. Get off the trail. People drop them on the trail every single year, and it's like, you know, and I'm sure they get pictures, but 99% of that deer movement is going to be at night. You know, there's not a lot of deer that are walking the main drag of a trail, of a populated trail, during shooting hours. So, and a lot of people will put them kind of like on a game trail crossing as well. So what I would suggest, if you find a really nice game trail that crosses a main drag, don't put your camera like 10 feet off the trail on that game trail, or 20 feet or 30 feet. Go like 100 yards, 150, 200 yards. Follow that game trail way back in the woods somewhere, and then set your camera up. All right, that's what I would definitely suggest doing if that's what you want to do. The only reason I have ever dropped a camera on a main drag is actually to survey the amount of people that are using the land, and that can definitely be important too. All right, so that's number 1, get them off the trail. 2, this one seems obvious, but I see it every single year. Lock your cameras up. Man, every year I see it. Like these locks right here, I use these. They're Python master locks. You get them on Amazon, 4 of them for like 20 bucks. Like, just do it. It will give you such peace of mind when you're not out here that they're you know, locked up. They're gonna stay there. And I've never seen anybody walking out here with bolt cutters. Yeah, people could do that, but as long as you're not dropping Reconyx cameras or some, you know, super high-end camera, most people aren't gonna bring a bolt cutters out to cut it. All right, I'm not gonna beat that dead horse. 3, hang your cameras up in the air. And what I mean by that is I will take this climbing stick right here, and I will go out there, and especially in new areas where I don't know if there's a lot of people out there or not, I will set that climbing stick up, get 8, 10, 12 feet up in a tree, and hang my camera right up there and tilt it down, and then pull the climbing stick. So what that does is A, it'll give me awesome aerial view pictures. B, there goes a rabbit. A, it'll give me awesome aerial view pictures. B, most people won't even see it, for one, because it's out of their line of sight. And C, even if they do see it, they're not going to be able to get it unless they bring your climbing stick. And if you lock it up on top of it, that's even more of a deterrent, because yeah, they may be able to shimmy up the tree, but then the camera's locked up, so they can't even do anything about it anyway once they get up there. So I always hang my cameras up, and I've never had one stolen in the last 3 years since I've been doing that on public land. It is a phenomenal little trick that I kind of figured out. I'm not going to take all the credit for it, because I'm sure a lot of other people do it, but yeah, it works extremely well. Excuse me. So that's 3. 4, when you're hanging your cameras, so you can't hang them like on the main trail, right? So you want to hang them off the main trail. I always shoot for like food sources, and especially acorns in like August and September. I mainly shoot for food sources or trail crossings or pinch points. What I mean by that is, for food sources, I'm not looking at soybeans or alfalfa fields or any agriculture that might be on the public land. I'm looking for apple trees or acorns or big CRP areas, or anywhere that has food that is that's not like blatantly obvious, that's almost like natural food and off the trail. So that's what I'm looking for there. As far as trail crossing goes, I like that a lot because, sorry I'm switching arms so much, this is getting tiring. I like that a lot because if it's a trail crossing or 3 trails come together or 4 trails come together, your odds are much greater on that than they are on just a singular trail going through the woods that you think might be highly used. So if you do find a really nice trail, follow it until it crosses paths with another trail and then hang your camera there. That way your odds of getting pictures are just higher. So trail crossings, pinch points, food sources off the main trail is number 3. Or I think that's number 3, yeah. No, that's number 4. That's number 4. And then, okay, so then lastly, number 5. If you have multiple pieces of public land, or even if you have just one giant piece of public land, and you have multiple cameras, spread them out like as far as you can. So and that's just a really good strategy overall, because you'll be able to get a decent inventory of all the deer on different public land that you're hunting. So like me, I have like 8, 9, 10 pieces. I'm extremely fortunate that are all over 100 acres that I can just like go around and drop cameras. But last year when I did this, I had 5 areas picked out for early season. 5 areas I wanted to hunt late September, early October. And I was on an elk hunting trip, and when I came back, 4 of those 5 areas had a bunch of human activity. So I eliminated all 4 of those areas right away and focused on the one that didn't have any human activity, and I was able to get a nice buck with it on that piece. So that's what I mean by that. It's like you want to know where people are and where the pressure is, because out here where I am, there's just a ton of small game hunters, and so where they're moving deer around, I don't want to be there because that forces those deer to go nocturnal. These guys are running around shooting squirrels and rabbits and pheasants all day. So that's not, and I have nothing against them because it's public land and it's just as much theirs to use as it is mine. I just want to know so I can adjust my hunting strategies accordingly. All right, so that's the 5th tip. Get your cameras out there and put them far and wide as far as you can, so you can, figure out how populated areas are. All right, so those are my 5 tips. I hope that helps. You got any questions or anything, drop them in the comments below. If you like this video, you want to see more tips, please hit that like button. And if you want to see a lot more, hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Look at all that fog back there with the sunrise. Heck yeah, I might have to take a picture of that. But I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos and trying to just give as much information as I can, because the whole goal of this is to just help people become better hunters. Like, that's all I want to do. I just want to help, I guess, bring more people into the sport. The biggest barrier to hunting is where to hunt and then how to hunt. And I'm trying to, like, where to hunt, get on public land. How to hunt, that's what I'm trying to help with. How you can be more successful, how you can increase your odds, and just in general, how you can make things happen for you and keep coming out in the woods. If you have friends or anything like that that are new, send them on over, or just be willing to help them, because it's the right thing to do for the sport, I guess. All right, so go hang these cameras, take a picture of this, because this is pretty sweet fog, and I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good one, guys. Later.